Hey everyone, myself Anup and welcome back to our new tutorial. Today I'll be talking to you about how you can add vignetting to images in Lightroom. I already did a video on manual vignetting. I will link to that video, but that will be on Photoshop. So if you're new to Lightroom and haven't tried vignetting in Lightroom, this is a perfect guide for you. In Lightroom, you will see there you can get two ways of applying vignetting to images. One is lens vignetting and another one is post crop vignetting. For you to find lens vignetting, it is under the lens correction and manual. There are other options as well. If you go to under the manual, you will see the lens vignetting. So if I drag the amount, you will see the difference, more of a difference in the bottom part and not much of a difference in the upper part, because this image is actually a crop version of a bigger image. And lens vignetting will work better for an image that is not cropped, because it does not tend to affect the new crop edges of the image, only affecting the original edges of an uncropped version of the photo. So you will see the edges are getting affected, but it will be of no use for us since we have already cropped the image. So the second option is on the effect post crop vignetting. You can use this option for the artistic vignetting with different styles. You will get three styles in post crop vignetting: highlight priority, color priority, and pin overlay. Highlight priority is basically better for the images with strong highlight over the image. Like you see here in this image, the top part of the image is more of a highlight part with a bright sky. Color priority will work for the image that has strong darker color over the image. These two options, color priority and highlight priority, will more or less will give you a similar effect with a subtle difference. The third is paint overlay. I personally don't much use this option since it creates not much of a pleasing result for me. This effect can't blend with the image that I usually work on. But if you like it, there is no reason not to use it. Let's go to the highlight priority and let's play with this 6 slider that we get in post crop vignetting and see what we can get. But before that, one interesting thing about option is, if I double click on the name, it is going to set the value to the default value, that is 0. So let's start with amount. It controls the overall strength of the vignetting. If I drag it to the left side of mine to the minus value, the edges are turning darker. If I take this to the right side of mine, the edges are turning brighter. For this tutorial, I am going to exaggerate the vignetting so that you can easily see the difference. So it will be somewhere around 69. Midpoint. Midpoint basically pull the vignetting to the center. If I drag it, you will see that it is bringing this vignetting from the edges to more of a center, to closer to the center. So this is our center now, and if I drag it to the right side of mine, it is taking the vignetting away from the center, leaving only few parts of the image darker. So I will take this somewhere to 38, I guess. So this will work. Roundness slider. This slider basically affects the overall shape of the vignetting. You will see if I take it to the minus 100, you will see a very distinct shape around the edges of the images. This is not what I want, so I want the shape to be more of a smooth shape, so I don't get distracted by these distinct edges. So it will be somewhere around minus 50. And feather, the fifth options we have is the feather. What it does is it controls the transition between the lightness and darkness. So if I drag it to 39, you are going to see a very unusual shape around the edges of the image. It is because the transition is quite strong. The transition between darkness and brightness formed a distinct shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the feather all the way up to 50, 60, 60, 70. So now the transition between the darkness and brightness is smooth, giving us a more pleasing effect. Now our sixth option, highlight. What highlight does is it basically preserve the highlight in our image. So if I pull the highlight to the right side of mine here, to the left side, to the extreme left side, its value is 0. So if we have to increase the value of highlight, we have to drag it to the right side of mine. So if I drag it to the right side to the 58, 60 and 90, you will see that this part, the highlight part, has been preserved. It is taking away the vignetting from this part of the image and giving it the original highlight look. And this part of the image is also getting affected. You will see there is some water here, so if I drag it to this side you can see it more clear. So this is it, guys. This is how you can work in Lightroom for vignetting. I hope you guys learned something new one way or the other, and this is it. We'll see you in our next tutorial. Till then, you guys take care. Bye bye.